Hello there and welcome to my channel. I'm Marie. Today we are going to crochet the Iris Crochet Baby Dress. This is my own design that I designed 4 years ago when my little nieces were born, and my sister decided actually to use the dresses as their christening gowns, and they were just so adorable. The dress that we are making here today is a size 3 to 6 months, but you will be able to find the pattern in additional sizes up to 18 months on my website. But because of the wide fit of this dress, it can actually be used over a lot longer period of time. So you will be able to use the dress for bigger children as well. For the dress, we will need 3 skeins of drops saffron. It is a sport weight yarn and it is 160 meters per 50 grams. And the recommended hook size is a size 3 millimeters, or in the US a size 5.0. But since this is a dress, the fabric is meant to be quite drapey and lightweight. So I do recommend that you go and check out the free written pattern on my website, as you might need to use a 3.5 millimeter hook or larger to get the right gauge and measurements. We will also need a darning needle, some scissors, and in the end we will need 2 buttons for the back side of the dress. To begin, I'm going to make a slip knot, so I'm going to form a loop, place my working yarn behind the loop, grab my working yarn with my hook and pull tight. And then I'm going to chain 62. So yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook 62 times. To start row 1, I'm going to skip the first chain from the hook and make a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And I will make a single crochet into every chain across the row. And here at the end of row 1, I should have 61 single crochet. So now I'm going to turn my work to start the next row. And I'm going to chain 2. And the chain 2 will count as the first double crochet of the row. So I'm going to make one more double crochet here into the very first stitch. So yarn over and insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And next I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches, and here into the third stitch I'm going to work 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet all into the same stitch. So 1 and 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 more double crochet into the same stitch. And I will just repeat those last 2 steps all the way across the row. So I'm going to skip 2 stitches and make a group of 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So skip 2 and make 2 double crochet, then chain 1 and 2 more double crochet into the same stitch, and repeat across the row. And here at the end of row 2, I have 3 stitches left. So I'm going to skip 2 stitches and make 2 double crochet here into the very last stitch. So 1 and 2. And I will have 19 shells all the way across the row and 2 double crochet at the end and the beginning of the row. So again, I'm going to turn my work to start the next row, and I will chain 2. And again, the chain 2 will count as the first double crochet of the row. So I will make 1 more double crochet into the first stitch. Then I'm going to skip the next 3 stitches and work 5 double crochet here into the next chain space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I'm going to skip the next 4 stitches and again work 5 double crochet into the next chain space. And I will just repeat those last 2 steps all the way across the row. So I will skip 4 stitches and work 5 double crochet into each chain space across the row. And at the end of the row here, I have 19 shells. So now I have 4 stitches left of the row, including the chain 2 here that counts as a stitch. So I'm going to skip the next 3 stitches and make 2 double crochet here into the top of the chain 2. And then I will chain 1 and turn my work. And this time the chain 1 will not count as a stitch, so I'm going to make a double crochet into the first 4 stitches. Then I will make 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So into the top of the shell here, I will make 2 double crochet. And I will just repeat that all the way across the row. So I will make 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches and 2 double crochet into the top of the shell here, all the way across the row. And repeat across. So here at the end of the row, I have 4 stitches left, including the chain 2. So I'm just going to make a double crochet into those last 4 stitches. And at the end of row 4, I should have 118 double crochet. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And to start row 5, I'm going to make a double crochet into the next 5 stitches. And I will make 2 double crochet into the next stitch. And I will just repeat those last 2 steps all the way across the row. So I will alternate between making a double crochet into the next 5 stitches and 2 double crochet into the next stitch. And here at the end of the row, I have 4 stitches left. So I'm just going to make a double crochet in these last 4 stitches. And at the very end, I will make 1 more double crochet into the last stitch. And I will have 138 stitches at the end of the row. And I will chain 1 and turn my work. To start row 6, I'm going to make a double crochet into the first 6 stitches. And then make 2 double crochet into the next stitch. And I will just repeat those last 2 steps all the way across the row. So I will alternate between making a double crochet into the next 6 stitches and 2 double crochet into the next. I now have 5 stitches left of the row, so I'm just going to make a double crochet into these last 5 stitches. And I will make 1 more double crochet into the very last stitch. And I should have 158 double crochet at the end of the row. So to start row 7, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And I will make a double crochet into the next 7 stitches. And 2 double crochet into the next stitch. And again, I will just repeat that all the way across the row. So I will alternate between making a double crochet into the next 7 stitches and 2 double crochet into the next, all the way across. I now have 6 stitches left of the row, so I'm just going to make a double crochet in those last 6 stitches. And again, I will make one more double crochet into the last stitch. So I have now finished the increasing rows here in the yoke of the dress. So I will now shape the bodice of the dress and shape the armholes as well. So I'm going to chain one and turn my work. And then I will make a double crochet into the first 26 stitches. And to shape the first armhole, I'm going to chain 4. And then I will skip the next 36 stitches. So I'm just going to count 36 stitches and place my stitch marker into the 36th stitch. And I will just gather my sleeve here and make a double crochet into the next stitch here next to the stitch marker. And I will make a double crochet into the next 53 stitches. So I will have 54 double crochet here for the front part of my dress. Again, to create the next armhole, I'm going to chain 4. And again, I will skip 36 stitches. So I will count 36 stitches and place my stitch marker. Then I will just gather my sleeve and make a double crochet into these last 26 stitches. And at the end of row 8, I will have 114 stitches left of the row. And that is including these chains under the armpits. And I'm now done making the bodice of the dress, so I'm going to start making the skirt of the dress. So I'm going to turn my work around and I will chain 2. And the chain 2 will count as the first double crochet of the row. So I'm going to make another double crochet here into the first stitch. Then I will skip the next 2 stitches and make a shell here into the third stitch. So I will make 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet. So 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet into the same stitch. And again, skip 2 stitches and work another shell into the next stitch. So 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet, all into the same stitch. And I will just repeat that all the way across till I reach the end of the row. So I will alternate between jumping 2 stitches and making a shell into the next stitch. And I will also be working my stitches into the chains here under the armpits. So skip 2 and make a shell. And here at the end of the row I have 2 stitches left, so I'm going to skip the next and make 2 double crochet into the last stitch. So I now have 37 shells in the row and I have 2 double crochet in the beginning and the end of the row. So in total I have 152 double crochet. And I'm now going to join my work here, so I'm going to continue to crochet in rounds. So I will just make a slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 here from the beginning. And then I'm going to chain 2. And the chain 2 will count as the first double crochet of the round. So I will make one more double crochet into the same stitch. Then I will skip the next 3 stitches and work another shell into this chain space from the previous row. So again, I will make 2 double crochet, then chain 1 and 2 more double crochet into the same space. And I will just repeat that all the way around. So I will make a shell into every chain space of the round. I will skip 4 stitches and make 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 more double crochet into the same space. And repeat all the way around. I now have 4 stitches left of the row, so I'm going to skip the next 3 and I will make 2 double crochet into the very last stitch. And then I will chain 1 and I will join the round with a slip stitch into the top of the chain 2 here from the beginning. And to start the next row, I'm going to chain 3. Then I'm going to yarn over and make a double crochet here into the chain space from the previous row. Then I will skip the next 4 stitches and make another shell into this next chain space. So again, 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 more double crochet into the same space. And I will just repeat that all the way around till I reach this last chain space here. So just make a shell into every chain space of the round. At the end of the row here I have 4 stitches left, so I'm going to skip all these 4 stitches and make 2 double crochet into the chain space here from the previous row. And then I will chain 1 and I will make a slip stitch into the top of this chain 3 here. And from round 12 to round 33, I'm just going to repeat round 11. So again, I will chain 3 and make a double crochet into this previous chain space. And I will just make a shell into every chain space of the round. So 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet into every chain space of the round. Alright, so I'm now done with my 33rd round and I'm now ready to make the last round of the skirt. So to begin, I'm going to chain 3. And the chain 3 will count as the first double crochet. Next, I will make a double crochet here into the chain space. So just like in the previous rounds. Then I will skip the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And into the next chain space, I will make 5 double crochet. So 5 double crochet, and again I will skip 4 stitches and make 5 double crochet into the next chain space. And I will just make 5 double crochet into every chain space in the round. Now here at the end of the round, I'm just going to make 3 double crochet here into the last chain space here. And I will join the round with a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 here. And my round is now complete, so I'm going to fasten off my yarn. So my skirt is all done now, so what I'm going to do now is to make the edges here in the back side of the dress, and I will make some buttonholes as well. So I'm going to attach my yarn here into this stitch right here in the bottom of the opening. And I will tie a knot, and I will insert my needle and chain 1. Then I'm going to make 7 single crochet here into the edge of the opening. So I will just insert my hook here into the sides of the stitches and make 7 single crochet. So that was 7, and I'm going to chain 4. And I will skip the next stitch and make 6 more single crochet here into the edge. Then I will again chain 4. Then I will skip the next stitch and make a single crochet into the top of the neckline here. I'm now going to make a slip stitch into every stitch all the way around the neckline. So insert and pull up a loop, pull through the loop of the hook. And here at the end, I'm just going to make 2 single crochet here into the corner to make a very nice and round corner. So, and then I'm going to continue to make single crochet all the way down here to the bottom of the opening. So here at the end, I'm just going to make a slip stitch into the first stitch to close the round. And I will fasten off my yarn. And I can now just weave in all of my yarn tails. So now that I'm all done weaving in the yarn tails, I'm going to sew in my buttons here on the back side of my dress. So I'm going to split my yarn in half. And I'm going to attach my needle. And I will start with the top button here. And I will just place it here precisely across from the buttonhole here. And I will just insert my needle and pull my yarn through. And sew in the button. And I will just tie a little knot here on the back side. And to place my other button, I'm just going to weave in this yarn right down to where I want the second buttonhole to be placed. And I will just check to see if it's right where it's supposed to be. And I think it is. So I will just pull my needle through again to the front side and place my button. And I will sew in the second button in exactly the same way. And I will just tie a little knot here on the back side. And I will weave in the yarn tail. And cut my yarn. And I will do the same thing with the other yarn tail. And cut the yarn. So we are all done, and we can now just close the dress here on the back side. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for a lot more crocheting tutorials. I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.